The New York Knicks and Toronto Raptors made a trade today, sending OG Anunoby to New York along with Precious Achiuwa for RJ Barrett and Emmanuel Quickley, and also there was a second round pick in there. So I wanted to rebuild the Knicks because I feel like they're going in a win now direction, trading for a two-way wing like OG Anunoby, a guy who can space the floor for you at a high level, can defend the other team's best player. He seems like a great addition to this New York squad. I'm going to play him at the small forward spot because I think it's 6'7". That makes sense. And also I have injuries off for this simulation, but I did it as a start today. So any of the roster injuries that have already happened are in here. So I'm just going to remove this injury for Mitchell Robinson real quick. And later today, I'll have a Raptors rebuild coming out because I don't want to leave y'all Raptors fans hanging either. We'll definitely do that. Do something with RJ Barrett. But with this move, I think that New York still needs more if they want to win an NBA championship. I mean, I feel like that's kind of obvious, though. You have Jalen Brunson, who I think can be your star player. He's a guy who can score at a very high level. You've got Julius Randle, who has his up and downs, but overall, it's actually been a great season for Randle. And I think OG Anunoby is like that third option isn't bad at all and could lead to some playoff success, but does that make you a championship team? I'm not quite sure. And I think something that this team could use a bit more of is some elite floor spacing at the center position. Right now, they have Isaiah Hartenstein and Mitchell Robinson as their centers, and neither one of those guys are three-point shooters. So I'm thinking if we take some of this draft capital, and the Knicks have a lot of it, and put it in a trade to try and find somebody who can space for us, that would be absolutely huge. I'm looking for a center, a guy who's going to be a stretch five type of guy, and there's not many of those elite players across the league. Maybe we look at power forwards and centers and just see who could be potential options for us. I mean, Kristaps Porzingis would obviously be great, so would Karl Towns, but both of those guys are on contending teams. The Grizzlies, they're having a bit of a weird year, and also Triple J, he's not exactly the greatest rebounder for his size or anything, but Randle, he can scoop up boards. He's averaging almost 10 a game this season, and we could use a guy who could shoot the way Jaren Jackson can. Jackson can also defend at a high level, and you'd really be building a great defensive identity if you have a guy like OG and then also have Triple J. I kind of like that fit. So you know what? Let's talk to the Grizz about Jaren Jackson. We'll start it off with this package. I don't think they're going to take that, but we have a Pistons draft pick we can include. We also have our pick this year that we can include. They're still going to say no, but you know what? I bet a couple seconds will push them over the edge, okay? Maybe not. You know what? Jaren is an elite player. We'll give y'all another first. They're still going to say no. You know what? We've got a lot to work with for a reason, so I'll throw one more, and they're still not going to work with me. I expected that trade to actually go through. You know, a player like Miles Turner might be a lot easier to trade for, and he could still do a similar thing to a player like Triple J, space the floor, play good defense. He might be our guy here. We do Mitchell Robinson and then somebody else for salary filler. We can just throw in Precious Achiuwa, who we just got, and then we'll try and make this trade happen. They're going to say no, but I don't think this is going to take a crazy amount of picks. Maybe one first, and yeah, we got that deal done. I like the fit of Miles Turner on this team. I think as a floor spacer, he'll be really good. Another need for this squad is a backup point guard. Miles McBride, quite frankly, is just not going to cut it with all due respect. So let's get a better backup PG. I think we could do like Quentin Grimes, or wait, maybe we could do, you know what, we'll do Quick, McBride, and a first rounder. That should get us somebody good, because Fournier, he has a lot of salary right now. He's making almost $19 million a year, so we should be able to get somebody decent. Kobe White and Caruso, that's a great trade package, man. And the Bulls, they could be looking to rebuild. Maybe that's the move for us. I see Lauri Markkanen as well, who could be a lead at the small forward. We also just traded Barrett, but we're going to play OG at the 3, so maybe that's not the right move for us. But, I mean, Markkanen's just so talented. But we also have the chance to get two really good backcourt players in Kobe White and Alex Caruso. So you know what? I'm going to go for that one because I think it makes more sense for our team right now. Then we're going to have a lineup with Jalen Brunson, Kobe White, Alex Caruso, Dante DiVincenzo. Then we've got Quentin Grimes. At the small forward, we got OG and Josh Hart. At the 4, we've got Randle and, James Johnson. Yeah, we got to do something about that because James Johnson being our power forward, quite frankly, is just not going to cut it. So we're going to trade James Johnson. Maybe, how are we going to get better there, though? Do we do like Quentin Grimes and James Johnson? Is that our trade package? I guess it's going to have to be. We'll do Q Grimes and James Johnson, and hopefully we get somebody decent at the 4. I'm not expecting anything crazy. Maybe if we throw our pick this year, that kind of makes the deal a little better. Hold on, I'm getting a phone call, I think. My phone's vibrating. Okay, no, it's not. I'm bugging. I'm hearing things. But anyway, we see Jalen Johnson as an option. We also get Sadiq Bey, but we have to throw 2 first. I'm not sure if that's worth it for us. Caleb Martin, he would be a solid little 4 for the squad. Maybe he's our guy. Oh, okay, sure. Yeah, we'll go get Caleb Martin on the team. Why not? Let's get Caleb on the squad, 79 overall. Or no, that's not the right trade. I skipped it over it. Whoops. All right, we'll go back to that, and we'll go get Caleb Martin. So we did James Johnson, Quentin Grimes, and a first round. All right, boom. We're going to make that happen. We'll go get Caleb Martin, 79 overall, played really well for the Miami Heat last season. This is what the team is looking like, and it looks like Isaiah Hartenstein, he's not getting any minutes right now, so let's change this to a 10-man. I know Tibbs likes to run a short rotation, but I don't want our guys getting too fatigued here in the world of 2K, so I think this is a nice little squad to run it with. It's nothing too crazy. I don't expect us to win the chip this year, but that's fine. We can keep it pushing afterwards and try harder to move forward and win that championship. Are injuries on here, or did I forget to turn them off? No, they're off. All right, cool. Because I don't mess with the injuries being on in 2K. It just makes it so much more annoying. Also, on my last video, bro, now that we're getting into the simulation, on my last video, people were commenting, you sound like Danny 2K, you sound like you're trying to copy him. What if I told you guys I am him? I thought that was something that was established, but maybe I haven't said it enough. But yeah, some people were like, oh, you're trying to copy Danny 2K and stuff, but like, how can I copy him? I am Danny 2K. This is just the second channel. We come on here, we do chill content. I even posted some, if y'all don't believe me, if y'all think I'm an imposter, I posted something on my main channel saying, oh, some of y'all were confused about this. This is my second channel or whatever, right? So yes, this is my second channel. I'm not trying to copy Danny 2K, or well, I guess I am because I am him, but it's just me. That's what I'm saying. Oh shoot, Malachi Flynn was also involved in the trade. My bad, I forgot to include him. I know, league shaking, but let me know what y'all think about this trade. I mean, the Raptors, they're a team that's not going to do a trade unless they're fleecing the other team. So immediately when I saw this trade, I was like, really? They gave up all that? I mean, New York did not have to give up a first round pick, which is a positive, I guess, but quickly, he's a really promising young piece, and if I'm not wrong about this, I don't think OG's on an expiring contract, so he could have walked in free agency. If you're Toronto, you get Quickly, who can be a great promising young player for your squad, right? You also get RJ Barrett, who has his ups and downs, has some issues with his game, but overall, Barrett is definitely a positive piece for you, a guy who you can rehab some of his value, especially if you're moving into a rebuild. You have nothing but time to try and help him grow as a player. I mess with this trade for Toronto, but I also understand why New York did it. You get an elite two-way wing, you're winning games this year, you want to accelerate this process of trying to be a contender. Bron won Clutch Player of the Year, but yeah, also happy birthday to Bron. I'm going to have a Bron birthday video on the main channel today. But anyway, yeah, you want to accelerate the process of this rebuild, so you do this move. I kind of understand it from both sides. I don't think it's too crazy for the Knicks, but at the same time, they might have got fleeced. I guess what I'm saying is I understand why New York did it, but I wouldn't have gave up as much if I was the New York Knicks. Anyway, in round number 1, we're taking on the Philadelphia 76ers, and we're going to get cooked. I simulated round because honestly, I didn't have that high of expectations for our squad. Oh my gosh, the Clippers won the chip. You don't see that often in the 2K simulation. You don't ever see that in real life. Sorry, Clippers fans. But yeah, man, I think we just got to move forward, and we've got draft picks that we can work with. We've got players who have value. We definitely want to bring back OG Anunoby because he's a player who New York values, so I'd like to have him on the team. But a guy like Randall, if you're coming off another losing year, maybe he's a player you look to move off of. There's Triple J. I was talking about getting him earlier. I don't know if I want to get him in a move like this, though. Franz Wagner would be a really good piece. We get both the Wagner brothers. That could be an option for us. But overall, I'm not really seeing any trades that I'm like, oh my goodness, I have to have this trade. So I'm going to move forward from that. But we also have the 23rd pick in the draft this year. What if we take Miles Turner and 2 firsts? Do we get anybody elite? No, not at all. So I don't think this is the time for us to make trades. Maybe it's after player progression or once the season is a little bit underway, because right now there just aren't many great offers available, and I feel like we'll be able to find better once free agency is all over with and teams have their players back. They're kind of deciding how they want to move forward. So let's bring back OG Anunoby. Let's bring back Caleb Martin. And that's pretty much it for free agency. A kind of stress-free free agency for our squad, which is always nice. I also do want to bring back Isaiah Hartenstein to the squad. He's 78 overall, decent little big man. Just want to have him back on the team, so that works out well for us. Man, I wish I could bring Bron to the Big Apple, but obviously that is not going to be happening unless we make a mid-season trade. Oh, maybe we'll try for it. But yeah, I think this might be the year where we go all in, see what teams are selling or rebuilding, and try to use some of our assets to get a star player. I think that's going to be the move for us this season. For now, though, I'm just going to start simulating, get to like the middle of the season, and then we'll move forward from there. All right, I'm really impressed with how the team's doing. So this is a perfect time to become buyers at the deadline. 27-16. Are you kidding me? We got to do something. Now, let me also put in the 2025 draft class while I'm here. But what I want to actually do is go to scouting, right? We're going to go to Team Intel. If y'all are new to the rebuilds, you might not have seen me do this before, but you go to Team Intel, see what teams are selling or rebuilding, right? Oh my gosh, Bron and Paolo on the Magic is fire. They got Paolo coming off the bench for Bron. But anyway, we want to look at teams, see if anybody has any elite talent, like a 90-plus type of guy. Zion is an option. I mean, people have talked about Zion in New York all the time, so maybe he's a player who we go after, right? We could look at Zion. They brought Kawhi back to the Six. That's crazy. But anyway, we're going to keep moving through. Devin Booker, he's an untouchable. That makes sense. Ant-Man is an untouchable. So yeah, not too many big names that I'm really messing with that we could go out there and trade for. Maxey maybe could be an option. The Bulls are selling. They don't have anything I want to buy, though, quite frankly. But yeah, I'm not seeing too many teams who have any great pieces that I'm looking to trade for. The one squad who I want to talk to is New York. I mean, Big Z, come on now, man. What's Julius Randle been doing this year? Randle's been giving us about 20, less than 30% from the three. If we're going to have a guy who can't space the floor, I'd rather it be Zion Williamson. So let's talk to the New Orleans Pelicans about Zion. Do we have any young pieces? We got Carlton. We'll throw y'all Carlton. Oh, is he really going to have much value for them, though? Oh, probably not. All right, it's not even worth it. All right, so we'll just work with our picks, right? We got a good amount of them. I'll throw 1 pick, 2 picks. I'm not even going to offer till we throw in 3. They say no, but we've got a 4th one. They still say no. How about we throw a 2nd? Okay, we're going to need to get some more valuable draft capital, maybe a valuable young piece, something that'll move the needle a little bit more for New Orleans, because I'm not ready to just give up on this Zion Williamson thing. I think it could be a really cool trade. We'll go get Draymond for who did we even trade? Josh Hart. We trade Josh Hart. We go get Draymond and a 1st rounder. Can we get a 1st rounder for Draymond? Yeah, it's not a surprise. He might have a bigger future in the WWE than he has in the NBA. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Dang it, man, that might have been a stupid trade, because now all I'm getting offered is like players like Chris Paul who I just don't have much value, you know? I'm not getting many great offers. Oh, no, we're cooked. I'll take Rob Dillingham and Zach Collins for Chris Paul, I guess, and then we trade Zach Collins, and somebody will give me a 1st rounder for a generational talent like Collins, right? I mean, you're talking about a guy who can get you 2 points on any given night. We'll trade him for Norman Powell, right? We take Powell. But they're disrespecting Norman Powell, man. A 76 overall, because he regresses in the simulation, but like, dude, he should not be that low regardless. He's a good basketball player. We'll go get Nurk, who's an 81. We take Nurk, and we probably should be able to get a 1st rounder for a player of Nurkic's caliber. Solid basketball guy, you know. He's pretty decent, so hopefully somebody will throw me a 1st. Yep, there you go. There's Gabe Vincent and a 1st. So we've been able to acquire 2 more 1st-round picks as a result of this expedition to go get some more draft capital. Can we get any more here? Ah, man, we can't, but I wonder if there's a team that would give me another 1st for a player like Zach Collins. I bet Nick Richards would get a 1st first, but we would have to trade a first for Nick Richards. We'll take Isaiah Stewart just to see if anybody values him crazy, but if they don't, then we'll just move on from this, and we'll try to get some more value to go get a player like Zion Williamson, because that's what I'm really trying to do, man, and I want to put together a competent trade package that they'll really listen to. So maybe that means we throw like Randall in a first, right, to try and get somebody better to throw in the Zion trade. Is it Paul George? Ooh, I think it's Trae Young, low-key. Bringing Young to New York would be like a crime. So we're obviously not going to keep him around, but we use him as a trade piece. Yeah, we're doing that. Yeah, he's much better than Randall. I feel like he'll have a lot more value than a guy like Julius. So we take Trae Young, we throw him in the trade, and we use him to get Zion. That'd be fire. All right, so I'm going to try this straight up. It's obviously not going to work, but that's why we went out and got all those picks. None of them were like crazy valuable, but I mean, first rounders are first rounders, I guess. So maybe this will move the needle for New Orleans. Come on, man. I'm kind of all in on this move. Oh my gosh, they're not going to give me Zion. All right, so maybe we try Trae Young and 2 first rounders, see if we can get somebody better at power forward. I see KP and Drew Holiday. That's not bad. Pascal and Laurie is crazy. De'Aaron Fox. Oh my gosh, Bridges and Clax. Oh, these trade offers, they're elite. We could get a Sar Thompson who progresses beautifully in the... Oh my gosh, did y'all just hear the noise I made? This is... Oh my gosh, I'm speechless. I'm obviously doing this, but I never... I'm just going to accept the trade. This is the craziest video maybe I've ever made. I'm sorry, Jalen Brunson, but you can get off my basketball team. You can go. We need somebody else who can play a different position for me. I thought Steph Curry was an untouchable for Golden State, but he just popped up in the he just popped up in the trade finder. Dog, what? I never seen that before. That's so wild, man. Oh, what a video this has been. We'll go get Laurie and Walker. Boom. Oh, we're championships. We're winning championships. So we got Walker. Okay, we got to figure out where we're at positionally. We're good at the point guard, right? At the 2, we're all right. At small forward, we're good. We need a better power forward. We got a lot of centers. All right. So that's where we're at. I can't believe we just got Curry, dog. Steph Curry in the trade finder is just, it's a beautiful sight, man. That's incredible. Oh my goodness, what a trade that was. This video is going to go down in the history books, bro. I can't believe Steph Curry just popped up in my trade finder. Can somebody throw me a decent power forward? Is like Bogdanovich our guy? Is he really our guy? I mean, I guess we could take DFS, Dorian Finney-Smith, run some power forward for us. All right, cool. So we get Dorian Finney-Smith. Do we need 2 power forwards or just 1? Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah. I guess these are our power forwards. Our power forward spot's looking a little weak, but it is what it is. All the other positions are pretty much good to go. I might want a better 2 guard though, or backup 2, because Caruso, he's all right. Man, I just burped on camera. That's kind of foul. But yeah, Caruso's all right. Let me see if we can get somebody better though. I see Keldon Johnson. He's a power forward. Man, Keldon would have been a nice 4. I wish we would have traded for him earlier. I guess Isaiah Joe is fine. We'll go get Isaiah Joe, and then boom, we'll go ahead and check out how the team's looking. We got a nice little 10-man, man. Oh my gosh, bro. This is beautiful. This is just a beautiful tandem of basketball players. I'm actually so happy right now. We just traded for Stephen Curry. Wardell. You're talking about Wardell. Like, dog. That doesn't happen, but it does apparently on this channel. Like, have y'all ever seen something like that? I feel like I've never seen Steph Curry pop up in the trade finder, dog. I might have to post something about it on Twitter, bro, because oh my gosh, I mean, my tweets get a few likes here or there. It's not like I'm a celebrity on Twitter, but maybe like 2-3 people reply and be like, wow. So I might have to tweet about that, dog. I'm probably gonna tell my friends later, like, oh my goodness, I traded for Steph Curry in 2K. Like, that's insane, man. I can't believe we just made that trade. That just made my day. And then we're gonna do a Raptors rebuild later on this channel. I gotta edit my I did a LeBron video for his birthday that I'm going to edit for the main channel. Well, basically what I'm saying is I'm locked in right now. That's basically what I'm saying. But right now it's taking so long to simulate, so I'll get back to y'all in a minute. I just saw a tweet from Woj that said New York's been going after OG Anunoby for a while, and that now they're going to get a head start on trying to bring him back in free agency. Because like I mentioned earlier, he's on a 1-year expiring contract, right? So that's what worries me about this OG thing. One comparison I can make it to, though, is when the Knicks went out and they signed, or when they traded for Carmelo Anthony, right? Melo wanted to go to New York, so they probably could have signed him as a free agent and kept some of their pieces, maybe did a sign and trade or something. Maybe they could have done a similar thing with OG Anunoby if he wanted to come to New York anyway. But now you're taking the risk of OG potentially not re-signing. So I don't know. That's something you got to consider. Another wrinkle in this trade, but that's why I think the Raptors won. Because, I mean, if the Raptors are going to continue to struggle and be bad, OG probably doesn't want to be there. So at least you get some valuable pieces like Quick and RJ Barrett. So I mess with the trade for Toronto. And with New York, it could be one of those things where you look at it now and you're like, what were they thinking? But then later you're like, oh, this worked out. Or you could look at it later and be like, oh my goodness, they're the worst franchise ever. It just depends. Anyway, we're sitting here at 54-28, 5-game win streak to end off the season. I'm proud of how the team did. We got a lot better after adding Steph Curry, which, he's Steph Curry. We started off down in this series against Indiana, but we came back, and now we're headed to a Game 7 against the Pacers. Pacers have Tyrese, Bruce Brown, Ben Mathurin. Yeah, I mean, it's a cool basketball team, bro. But we're definitely better. I mess with this team so much, man. I know I've been saying it a lot, but I'm really happy with what we put together here in New York. But now we've got to finish this Game 7. We don't want to get embarrassed by the 2 seed when we're the number 1, or the 7 seed when we're the number 2 seed, and we're not going to. We win in Game 7. Miles Turner, big game. Shout out to Miles. And we're moving on to round 2 against the Milwaukee Bucks. We're up 3-2 in the series. Come on, let's finish this one in 6. Oh my gosh, man. Again, we got a Game 7. Damon, Giannis, Chris Middleton. All right, here we go. Big game on the way. Let's get this dub. Maybe this is just how we're going to play. It's going to be dramatic. We go to these Game 7s and we win. Oh my gosh, we're getting smacked. We're getting cooked. Oh, it's over. We just got cooked. Okay, well, we end up losing in Game 7. You know what? We just got to get a better supporting cast around Curry. It's really that simple. I don't think Steph should regress too bad. Hopefully he doesn't retire on us, because that would be bad. No, he's not going to retire. So as long as Steph doesn't regress too crazy, we should be good to go. Usually he doesn't in the simulation, so I'm not too worried about that. Heading to team player options, we got a team option on Walker Kessler, which we're of course going to accept. We're also going to accept, or Dorian Finney-Smith is going to accept his player option, and we'll accept this team option for Gui Santos. We've got qualifying offers for both these guys. I'm not going to extend either one of those. And then for money and free agency, we don't really have anybody. As for players we got to bring back Miles Turner. So we're going to bring back Turner, 4-year contract, big bag for our guy Miles, but he's been a valuable piece for us. So I definitely want to bring him back. That doesn't mean he's here to stay. Maybe we look to move off of him if we can get any good offers. But right now, I mean, there's a couple decent ones, but nothing that I'd be, too excited about. Ooh, actually, give me Derek Lively, bro. Give me Derek Lively. Lively's going to be a player who progresses really well in 2K. We also get a first rounder in that trade. That one seems like a no-brainer. Now, I'm wondering if we have any money to add anybody significant in free agency. I guess like Buddy Hield is cool. A little shooter for the team. We'll add him to the squad. Why not? We have the money. Might as well spend it. And now we're headed to player progression. Looking at the roster, we're pretty good at point guard. Ooh, this Carrington guy, Carlton, he's becoming decent. We've also got Dante DiVincenzo, Isaiah Joe at the 2 guard. Man, the regression's hitting crazy for Jordan Clarkson. At small forward, we're good. We might need better power forwards. Maybe that's something we look to improve upon. But I think that the best trade offers come around the deadline, so I'm probably just going to wait for that. In the meantime, I'm going to start the simulation of the season and go get some water. Because, bro, I've been recording for like an hour today, and I drank a glass of milk to start off my day. I haven't drank anything else, bro. I am parched. Well, I came back. It was the deadline, and we were the number 1 seed, so I was just like, all right, let's keep it pushing. I mean, why not? We're doing some great stuff this season. Far and away, the best team in the Eastern Conference. And that's what happens when you have a big star on your team like Steph Curry and you surround him with good role players. I think that's exactly what New York needs, is that definitive number 1. Can Brunson be that? I'm not sure. I think Brunson is a really good basketball player. Maybe he's their guy. I don't know. And especially if you have a piece like OG Anunoby, a guy who's going to be able to defend for you at a very high level, you put him alongside Brunson, I think that's a pretty nice fit. I don't know. Let me know what y'all are thinking about it. I feel like I don't see this that often. Chet wins MVP this season? Huh. I mean, congrats to Chet Holmgren, I guess. Anyway, we won 59 games this year. Let's get to it. Steph Curry averaged 33. Oh my goodness, bro. How old is he? 38, averaging 33 is insane. Round number 1, we're taking on Toronto, OG's former team. That's the revenge series. Round 2, we beat Charlotte. Oh my gosh, it went to 7. We beat him by like 100 in Game 7, though, so I guess it's fine. Steph Curry's on a different level right now. This will be a storybook ending to his career if we just go win this chip. We're headed to the finals against the MVP, Chet Holmgren, and the Oklahoma City Thunder. It's time to put this work in and get the dub. Game number 1 goes to OKC. Game 2 goes to us. Game 3 to the Thunder. Game 4 to us. Big Game 5 on the way. I'd love to hop in and watch. I'm not going to hop in and play because, bro, that stuff's too stressful, man. I'm just too trash at this game. I'm not going to lie to y'all. And it looks like we're going to lose. Uh-oh, man. We got to force 7 here. Chet, 19 and 21 is ridiculous. But let's force this Game 7. And we're going to, come on, New York, the Big Apple, NBA championship with Steph Curry in Game 7. It can't get any better than that. Come on, man. It's close right now. Stay in it. Fight back. Yeah. We're NBA champions. Game 7 dub. Steph Curry, historical playoff run at age 38. We win the chip. Let's see if he retires after this. That'd be kind of fire. Oh, nah, he's not going to. But that's where I'm going to wrap up the video because I got to bring y'all a Raptors rebuild later, too. Congrats to the Knicks on a ring. Hope this trade works out for y'all Knicks fans. Have a great day, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.